4 things you didn't know about oral sex. Let's talk about something that makes a lot of people blush, but also makes or breaks intimacy: oral sex. Now before your mind goes there, this isn't about technique. This is about truth. Because most people think oral sex is just a physical act, but what if I told you it's actually one of the most revealing mirrors of your emotional connection, confidence, and communication? Today, I'm going to share 4 things you probably didn't know about oral sex, and none of them are what you expect. 1. It's not about pleasure, it's about power and trust. Here's the truth. When you get that vulnerable with someone, it's not just about what's happening physically. It's about emotional safety. When you truly trust someone, you let go of performance. You stop asking, "Am I doing this right?" and start asking, "Am I connecting right now?" Because real satisfaction doesn't come from technique, it comes from being seen. From knowing the other person is fully present, not distracted, not comparing, not judging. So, if you want better intimacy, stop chasing perfection. Start building trust. That's where everything changes. 2. It exposes how you really feel about yourself. How confident are you, really? Oral sex often reveals insecurities that no one talks about. Your willingness to give or receive often mirrors how comfortable you are with your own body, your voice, and your worth. If you shrink back, apologize, or overcompensate, that's not about your partner. That's about your inner dialogue. When you feel insecure, you disconnect from pleasure. But when you start owning your body, flaws and all, you bring authenticity into the moment. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable in your skin while connecting with another human being who's doing the same. 3. Communication is more seductive than any move. People think passion dies when you start talking. Wrong. In reality, the sexiest thing you can say isn't something you whisper, it's the truth. Tell me what you like. Does this feel good? I want to know what turns you on. That's not awkward. That's intimacy. When you can talk openly about pleasure, boundaries, and comfort, you create safety. And safety is what unlocks true desire. The best intimacy doesn't happen in silence. It happens in honesty. 4. It's not a performance, it's presence. So many people think intimacy means putting on a show, being good enough, looking sexy, doing what movies taught us. But the truth is, the most magnetic energy comes from being present, not perfect. When you're fully in the moment, not thinking, not judging, not pretending, your partner can feel it. Presence says, "I'm here. With you. Not my past, not my ego. You." That's what makes intimacy unforgettable. So the next time someone mentions oral sex, remember, it's not just an act. It's a reflection of how deeply you trust, how confidently you communicate, how fully you show up. Because in the end, the most intimate moments in life don't start in the bedroom. They start in your mind. They start with how you see yourself, how you listen, and how you love. And that is the kind of connection that doesn't just change your sex life. It changes your whole relationship. 1. It's not about the act, it's about trust. Most people think oral sex is purely physical. But the real foundation isn't technique, it's trust. When you allow that level of vulnerability, you're not just sharing your body, you're sharing your safety, your openness, your truth. The depth of that connection says more about your relationship than the act itself. Because trust is the invisible thread that turns performance into intimacy. 2. Confidence shapes chemistry. What you believe about your body, your attractiveness, your worth, it all shows up in intimacy. Insecurity blocks connection. Confidence unlocks pleasure. The energy you bring, nervous or grounded, apologetic or assured, changes everything. Confidence doesn't mean being flawless, it means showing up without fear, knowing that your presence is enough. 3. Communication is the real turn-on. Passion dies in silence. Real intimacy grows through honesty. The ability to say what you like, what feels good, what doesn't, that's not awkward, it's empowering. When you speak your truth with kindness, you create safety, and safety creates desire. The greatest chemistry happens when both people can talk freely, without fear of rejection or judgment. 4. Presence is more powerful than performance. Forget the movies, forget comparison. The most unforgettable intimacy doesn't come from what you do, it comes from how present you are while doing it. When you stop performing and start connecting, when you're fully in the moment, that's when everything feels real. Presence says, I see you. I'm with you. I'm here. And that's what makes it meaningful.